Welcome to tonight's Explainer. We're slowing things down just a bit tonight to bring you an inspiring bedtime tale. It's a beautiful story that really captures the core values of friendship and courage. Usually, we're breaking down complex data or deep science, but today we have something incredibly special and close to my heart. We're looking at the magical story of Nim the Cloud. So, get comfortable, snuggle in, and let's explore this journey together. It's a wonderful reminder for the little dreamers out there, and honestly, for all of us, that even our darkest days have a real purpose.
So let's just dive right into it. Think about this for a second. Do you ever have days where you just feel heavy? You feel a little bit grumpy or maybe sad, and you just can't quite explain why? It kind of sits like a weight right in your chest, doesn't it? Well, in our story tonight, we meet a new friend who knows exactly what that feels like. His name is Nim, and he's a cloud carrying around a very big, heavy feeling inside.
Picture this. High up in the sky where the sun absolutely loves to shine, you've got the rest of the cloud family. They're these bright, fluffy white clouds who spend their days dancing, playing leapfrog over rainbows, and just floating joyfully around. But then, there's Nim. Nim is a dark gray storm cloud. And while everyone else is playing, poor Nim is sitting all alone on a lonely ledge. He's puffing these tiny smoke rings from his nose just because he feels so grumpy, heavy, and thunderous. He's literally carrying so much weight. And Nim watches these happy white clouds playing catch with a glowing golden sunball, and he really, really wants to join in. So he floats over nervously, hoping to be part of the fun. But things don't exactly go as planned. He reaches out to catch the ball, but all that nervous energy builds up way too much inside him, and zap! A small blue lightning bolt shoots out and pops the sunball. The other clouds gasp in fear and fly away to hide behind a mountain. A sad, rumbly boom of thunder echoes from Nim's belly. He floats back to his lonely corner, buries his face in his cloud hands, and just cries gentle raindrops. He definitely didn't mean to scare them. His feelings were just too big, and they kind of burst out. But sometimes all it takes is one little thing to change everything. Suddenly, just one bright golden shooting star comes looping through the sky with a sliding whistle sound and plop, it lands right smack in the middle of Nim's dark, stormy belly. And instantly, Nim stops crying. His belly actually glows a bright neon yellow, and a muffled giggle, yes, a giggle, comes from inside him. Out pops Spark. Spark is this tiny, incredibly brave star sprite who just shakes the stardust off his little body. And the best part? Spark isn't afraid of the rain or the dark storm clouds at all. Spark literally brings an entirely new energy to the sky. The very first thing this little star does is playfully boop Nim's big purple nose. Then, he just zooms away to play tag. Bouncy orchestral music fills the air, and suddenly Nim is actually chasing him, laughing with these deep, gentle rumbles. Spark is tickling Nim's tummy, turning shimmering somersaults, and leaving this gorgeous, glittering stardust trail everywhere he goes. And as Nim flies through that stardust, his dark, cloudy edges actually start turning silver. It's a real game changer for him.
Now, there's a really beautiful truth to this story, and it's absolutely crucial. When we share our time with someone kind, our heavy feelings start to feel a little bit lighter. Nim was so overwhelmed by his sadness and all his thunder, but true friendship, finding someone who was actually willing to play with him in the rain, brought literal light to his darkest day. Spark didn't try to fix him or ask Nim to change. He just met him exactly where he was and shared his joy.
But just as Nim is really starting to feel that joy, things shift. Suddenly, a chilly wind monster swirls across the sky. It howls with this rushing wind sound and accidentally blows Spark completely away into a frantic tumble. Nim's eyes go wide. He sees his tiny new friend in serious trouble, and right in that moment, Nim's entire body turns jet black. But listen to this. It isn't sadness this time. No, this is brave, protective anger. He absolutely has to save his friend.
And this builds into an incredible display of courage. First, Nim harnesses that stormy nature of his and expands to a massive, imposing size. Second, he doesn't back down or run away. He charges directly toward that chilling wind monster. And third, he lets out a massive crack boom of lightning and thunder. See, he's using the exact same storm power that once scared his friends, but this time, he's using it purposefully to protect someone he loves. Startled by Nim's immense bravery, the wind monster drops Spark, and then it just giggles and blows away. Nim safely catches Spark in his big, fluffy arms. Spark is so grateful that he hugs Nim's cheek. And right as they embrace, something deeply magical happens. That golden starlight from Spark begins to physically melt into Nim's dark body. This courage, completely driven by love, is actually beginning to transform Nim from the inside out.
The magic of that courage and love completely transforms him. It brings out a brand new palette of colors. His dark, gloomy storm colors start shifting right before our eyes. We see the emergence of a rich, deep purple, which is beautifully balanced by a soft, warm pink and highlighted by this incredibly vibrant, glowing orange. It is literally a visual wonder up there in the sky.
So, Nim is no longer just a dark storm cloud. Because he acted with a truly brave heart and used his thunder for kindness, he has transformed into a magnificent sunset cloud. This perfectly illustrates how our heaviest, darkest emotions can actually be the foundation for something incredibly beautiful when they're guided by love and courage. And as Nim glows with these magnificent new colors, the other white clouds float back out from behind the mountain. They aren't scared of him anymore. They are absolutely amazed by his beautiful sunset glow. They gather around to warmly hug Nim. The whole scene is just so calming. The actual sun sets in the background, matching Nim's new colors perfectly, while Spark sits proudly right on top of Nim's head like a glowing golden crown.
And that brings us to the core takeaways of our explainer tonight. Turning our own internal storms into sunsets requires 3 magical things. First, a little patience with our feelings. It is completely okay to have big, rumbly emotions sometimes. We all get them. Second, it requires a good, kind friend who will sit with us in the rain. And finally, it takes a brave and loving heart to use our energy for good. Every single one of us has the tools to transform our feelings. As we wrap up our magical journey tonight, I really want to leave you with this final thought. How can you be brave as a friend tomorrow? Think about it. How can you be a spark to someone's Nim? Or how can you use your own big feelings to protect and love the people around you? Take a deep, gentle breath, little dreamers. Remember that your feelings are valid and your heart is so strong. Good night, Spark. Good night, Nim. And a wonderful good night to you all.